there are county employees that have been on payroll for 4 years that are making the same money. And true, a new hire comes in and they're making the same salary as a 4-year employee. The way I would look at it if I was a county employee is great, because for the last 4 years I've had a job, as opposed to a lot of people in this county can't make that statement. There's a lot of people in this state that can't make that statement. So the friction that seems to be generated from an outside entity about that compression, to me, is just being put there so that then they can go and try to justify giving a 1.5% increase to the employees, which frankly the county can't afford without raising taxes. So right now, in my opinion, raising taxes is not the thing to do. The county employees, the majority of them, what I hear, are happy with their job. They're happy with the fact they have a job. But like anything, if you put 100 people in the room, 5% of them aren't going to be happy about something. You're giving away $100 bills, they're going to be upset because it's not turned the right way. So, you know, I don't let the few dictate for the many. I listen to what their complaints are. If there's something we can do as a county commissioner to make a change, great. But if they can't, they need to ride the storm out, just like all the private sector people that have gone and made less money in the last 4 years. I know my income has diminished drastically from where it was 4 years ago. But you don't see me going to the commission saying, hey, you guys need to write me a check because I paid these tax dollars in and I'm making less money. So I think that the county itself, with the few that are disgruntled, you know, there's nothing that makes them go to work every morning. If they decide they're not making enough money, they're able to step out and go get another job. So I can't really have a whole lot of compassion for somebody that's complaining about the fact that they're still employed and they have the option to go seek other employment if they want to. And I think one thing that's very important that hasn't been said, these salaries that these people are making are based on compatible salaries in 2008, and that was before the recession hit. So in my opinion, they were already receiving inflated salaries based on what that job description is. So we've maintained that level of salary even through a recession and even through restructuring. So when you really break it down, they were, and I know a lot of county employees are going to disagree, but they were making a lot more money than their job description required to start with. So what we've actually had is a leveling down to, with inflation and the cost of gasoline and all these things, they're really back to where they should have been being paid to start with. So when you start talking about giving them a raise, my first question, all right, what have you done other than kept a job for 4 years to justify getting a raise? You know, every place I've ever worked for, I've always been, if I didn't own the company, I was on straight commission sales, and I got paid based on my performance. We don't have that in county government. There is nothing there that rates these county employees based on job performance or poor performance or great performance. So when you give a raise across the board, you're basically saying everybody's on par, and that's not the way it should be. I think these raises should be looked at when the point in time comes. We can do them from the department heads and say these people deserve a merit raise and these people don't, because we all know that you ride around town, you see the county trucks, some guys are working, some of them are just figuring out where they're going to eat lunch.